Hello and welcome to Vienna. Hello and welcome to LVlog number 3. It's been a while since. Wait, I need to get up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much of the city I want to show, right? And I want to be right here, but this is a. Okay, it's been a while since I last made an LVlog. I think I made the last one in May. So it's time for me to give you another update on what is happening in my life, right? Because that's what I do here on this channel, other than playing live shows. I don't have a script or anything planned, so I'm just gonna topic for topic. Maybe let's start by iterating where we left off last time, because last time was actually the last K-vlog where I introduced you to the fact that I now have a job in Vienna, which brings me here. Yeah, let's start by talking about that job. So far, I think it's quite nice. I like my colleagues, at least most of them. For now, there's only one person that I don't like, and that one person will leave the company as well, so that's good. The part that is not good is that I take over their project. Anyhow, so far I'm still officially in home office, so I don't need to be here in Vienna, but I am still here and I go to FH every day because it's just the nicer office desk. The office is actually super nice. I made a video about that on my second channel. I really like the office because it's so nice and green. Look at how nice and green this is. It's really nice. We have somewhat comfortable chairs, we have a good laptop, we have monitors, the office is super green, we even have standing desks. I'm really happy with the office. I like to go to the office. That's why I do it every day. And I even got myself some keys for the bike storage there and for the garage, and of course my access card. I can get in there anytime and I like that. So yeah, it's a good feeling having a job again, kind of, because the feeling of I'm wasting my life went away, right? Because now I have a job, I'm like, yeah, and soon it's gonna be a full-time job, so nobody can argue that I don't do anything with my life, like I have a proper job, blah, 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 blah. Right? But I do other stuff as well. Fun fact. So feeling wise, I would say I'm a lot better than I was in the beginning of the year, because my life is going in a direction. I don't know if it's the right direction. I don't know if there even is a thing such as the right direction, but it has direction again, right? I'm making progress towards something, and things are starting again, and I get to do stuff again, because when I was in Klagenfurt, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't have anyone to meet, and yeah, I just had too much time. I mean, there was enough that I could do, but I didn't want to. Like, I wasn't motivated to do anything. And now things are opening up in general from a COVID perspective, because cases went low enough. Austria is opening up again. Cases are thus rising again, but that's a whole different story. Point is, stuff is happening again, especially in a big city such as Vienna. And I came to Vienna mainly to search for a flat. So I came here for 1 month. I rent the flat of a friend who isn't here. And that's my pool. And my goal was primarily to find a flat, but also to get to know the city a bit, right? Because in September, when I'll have to be here, I don't want to also have to figure out all the stuff that I can do. I did the same thing with Munich. I went there a month early, such that I can get to know the city and then I start to work. I wanted to do the same here. I get to know the city and only then I start to work, even though I'm already working, yes, but whatever. For now, my work is still super chill. There's no pressure on me yet that I need to get this done, get this done, get this done. For now, I still have a good work time to free time to sleep time ratio. Yeah, and we're already a bit more than halfway through this month that I'm gonna be here in Vienna, and I basically got most of the things sorted already, which is nice. I found myself an ultimate club. There are several clubs here in Vienna, for instance Lok Stoli, but they train really far out, so I didn't go to their training. Then Dreh und Drink Ultimate, I went to one of their trainings. It's been 2 years since I have played Ultimate, and today I play again with D&D in Vienna. And then the Zombies, I also went to one of their trainings on Tuesday. Oh man, nice to play Ultimate again. Nice to train, do some exercises. even though I'm a bit exhausted, but my knees are holding up, which is good. My back is holding up for now, which is good. My feet are actually starting to hurt. I mean, those shoes are not ideal. I mean, here it starts to hurt. And also my head, which is unusual for me. I don't usually get a headache, but I have a headache. Oh, my legs still hurt from the training, but that was super fun and really nice people, so I definitely want to join the zombies. That's my conclusion that I have from those 2 ultimate trainings. So I think this is a good team, because like they're people who definitely match my level, and some above and some below, so I can learn something and I can teach something, which is great. Those are the 3 mixed teams that are somewhat fun based. The other teams are either open teams or women's teams, too competitive or not the right kind of people for me. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy with zombies. Like I feel good with them. Like they seem like really nice people. I kind of got the Augärtner feeling when I was sitting with them, so I kind of want to join their team now that I'm in Vienna. Gotta do some more ultimate again because we need to do some sports. I redeemed myself. I got a nice catch, layout catch, and I got a nice D. So that's ultimate, check. What else do I want to do? I want to dance, and that is possible here in Vienna. I went to one of those Lindy Hop dance events. Dude, it's so nice to dance. I mean, we even have an audience who claps sometimes, there's space. I mean, the dance floor could be better, but with the sun coming down like this, I mean, the scenery, I mean, I like this. In dancing schools, I think you still need to be paired up with someone because of, you know, COVID regulations. You can't swap too much. But when it's like a public event, then you can do whatever and dance with all the people. Speaking of getting close, I got my 2nd vaccine and I'm so happy about it. I'm double vaccinated. That was also one important thing that had to happen. Boom. It's done. I'm proudly vaccinated. I get to dance. Then improv is another thing that I really like in my life. Improv is another thing that I really want to have in my life. And there's also a group, an English-speaking, also important, improv group. They do sessions in a park. And potentially I could even teach there. Like I could even hold sessions, which could also be cool because I also like to do that. From the level they're like beginner to intermediate, but I'm pretty sure that I can find people who are more advanced that I do like more pro stuff with. There are also American improv sessions every Sunday, but Sundays I have other stuff happening, unfortunately, because I still do the Duluth stuff, the sound design for the improvised soap opera that is online with the WIM, the World Improv Network. And see, there we already have the main issue that I ran into when coming to Vienna. Suddenly, all the online stuff that I committed to, I don't enjoy anymore. It's really hard for me to stay committed to those things. When I was back home and I didn't know what to do really, and when everything was in lockdown, I was fine doing online stuff, right? Whenever I do it, I still enjoy it. Even here now, I still like to do that. But it comes at an opportunity cost. And the opportunity cost is getting higher now that stuff is actually happening, and I could instead, you know, go someplace to experience stuff, right? It happened with Duluth, and it happened with the sales and accountability training that I do with the Investors Club. On their own, I really like those events, and every time I do them, I do learn stuff and I enjoy it, but I think I would enjoy doing other stuff more. So that's my main problem now. Like, I'm committed to things that I committed to when I was in a different state, and now I kind of want to get rid of them. And that's just something typical to my personality. I want to optimize for that. I don't want to commit for something. So yeah, the classic commitment issues here. In lockdown, it was super nice to be connected with the people so that I have a little bit of interaction with people. But now I can just go out to events and meet people there, which actually is a lot easier than I expected. Because I had this prejudice against Viennese people that they're really hard to talk to and that they're unfriendly and everything. And it might be true, but Vienna is not full of Viennese people, which is something that I didn't think of. Most of the people that I meet are not actually Viennese, especially since I tend to go to English events, like English comedy nights. And I had a really nice experience. Like on my first Saturday that I was here, I didn't know what to do. I went on Meetup, I saw, oh, there's an English comedy night, boom, went there alone and checked out the situation. Saw a table where there were 3 girls sitting and I was like, hey, can I sit here? Because I don't want to sit alone, obviously. And they were like, yeah, sure. Well, actually, one of them was like, yeah, sure. And the other 2 were like, well, that's like I want. So I sat there anyway and I had a nice conversation with them being that one person. And that way I got to know a very interesting person. She's actually a musician and she then even went to improv with me. That was pretty cool. Then I also met people at another English comedy night where one of the guys from improv was doing stand-up. So it's all connected. You meet someone there, you go to improv, then from improv, you go to the stand-up, and then from there you meet other people that you do other stuff with. So it's super easy to grow a network here in Vienna, because it's just, you meet people everywhere. And at that comedy event, the location was pretty nice and I just talked to the people who were hosting the show about my ideas of setting up my own show, the LCND live looping stuff. And then they told me, yeah, this location is pretty neat, and then there's also one down the road called Loop. And I was like, what? Loop? Well, that fits perfectly. So I went to said bar, the Loop. Now, wouldn't that be a great location to perform? They have a super nice stage, like in the second room, really nice stage with a seated area and then like a dance floor in front. That would be perfect for my show. So I already called the manager, didn't pick up. So I wrote them an email saying, hey, would you be willing to host an improvised live looping show? Because I really want to set up a show as LCND here in Vienna. And I don't want it to just be me. I also want to get some of the comedians on stage, which helps them because they get to perform, and it helps me because if there are other people, they also invite people into the audience. That could be really cool if I would host a show every month or so. That would be so nice. I want to get something like that started because like that's where my passion is, right? In improvising live looping music. I really feel that during my streams, it's just so much fun doing those live streams, which lately I haven't done so much because I had a headache. But I'm gonna do more streams because I need to prepare for a show that is already planned on the 26th of July. So in 2 weeks, I'll be performing in Graz because Austria is opening up. We can perform again. And I got myself a slot in Graz, in Hops, where I already performed a few times. So that's gonna be really nice. I hope that I still get people to come and see the show. We'll see if I still have connections to people in Graz. If you're in Graz, save the date, the 26th. Come see my show. So yeah, here in Vienna we have all the things that we enjoy again. Ultimate dancing, improv, live looping. I also got into a radical honesty group where I actually go now. Starts in an hour. They do a practice session where I can just practice my radical honesty skills, which is also nice because it's just interaction and communication training and connecting with yourself as well. So it's really easy being versatile here in Vienna, and I'm confident that I can balance all of this with my work, so my actual job. Oh yeah, and last but not least, I also did find a flat. I had a look at a few, but on the official channels, they were all like, right? For 600 euros, I could have rented a tiny flat on the top floor, super hot, somewhat close to FH, in a not so nice area actually. Then I just randomly talked to a colleague and she wanted to rent the flat, and I almost did that, but I was also not 100% about it. Because it's pretty much in the inner city, which would be nice. Like it would be right next to Prater, which would be nice. You know what? Let me show you the city a bit. So this is Vienna. That's the city center right there. Yep. Then Prater is there. I currently live in Floridsdorf, so that's once over the Danube back there. The flat that I currently rent. Then halfway, the place where I work is also somewhere that direction. See that tower with the ball? a little bit behind that, that's where my workplace is. And then the first flat that I could have rented would be close to Prater, pretty close to where I work, somewhere over there. But then through a friend of mine, a colleague of his, a friend of his, I met someone who will now rent me his flat somewhere here in the 18th. The 18th district is pretty cool because it's kind of up that hill and it's a lot greener. Like if you look, city pretty gray and stuff, but as soon as we come up here into the 18th, it gets nice and green, and the air is also a lot better here. That was basically the argument that sold me on the 18th district, because I mean, cycling up the hill every day is gonna be tough, but it's gonna be worth it because I have a lot better air here. So the flat will actually be, let me quickly orient myself. Let's go check it out. I like this place. This rooftop terrace, that's a friend of mine lives here in this building. Okay, so let's check out this side. So that's the big shopping center, and then my flat will be somewhere back there. So you can see it's quite far off from the actual city center, but it's somewhere close to where I work, and essentially with my bike I'm anywhere in 40 minutes anyway, so right, and a little bit of cycling is gonna be fun. So yeah, I will show you the flat as soon as I move in September, but I'm really happy about it because it's a super good deal, because I said I enjoy your flat, but I'm afraid that it's gonna be too expensive for me because it is somewhat of a big flat, and I don't want to spend too much money. I don't want to spend more than a third of what I earn on rent. So I said my maximum, and he was like, okay. And he made me that deal, because for him it was also more important to get someone in the flat who he can trust and who takes care of the flat, and not just any random person. So we made that deal, and I'm pretty happy about it because it's a nice big flat. It is also on the top floor, so it is gonna be hot in summer, but it's gonna be acceptable the rest of the year. And in summer I can go to Klagenfurt to the lake anyway, right? Yeah, so that's just a quick little update, from Vienna. It's starting to rain, so I want to pack the camera and cycle this way, this general direction, to that Radical Honesty meeting, and you go make your backup and find yourself a nice city or town or village or a house that you want to live in. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how much I like Vienna. There is definitely more stuff happening here than in Klagenfurt, and by heart I think I'm still a city person. I do like my variety to change stuff, but yeah, I see myself living in Vienna for a few years. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on the stuff that I do, obviously. If you have any questions about anything, just let me know. Otherwise, I see you at my shows. I keep streaming, and I'll do some live gigs. So if you're in Vienna, look out for some future dates. And yeah, like I'm happy to be here. Sun is coming out to prove that point, and I shall see you in LVlog number 4 or before. Until then, bye bye. Oh, so cool. It's a really nice view of the city from up here. Pretty cool, eh?